He was only 17 when his parents turned their backs on him. They said he was a burden, that he would never be anything. 10 years later, the same people who abandoned him were watching his face on the cover of Forbes, and CEOs were sending him emails, begging for his mentorship. Alex grew up in a small town where dreams were too expensive to have. His father worked double shifts at a factory, and his mother had long since given up on her own ambitions. But Alex always believed there was something more. He would spend hours in the town library reading about tech founders, inventors, and visionaries. When he turned 17, he told his parents he wanted to move to the city to build his own company. He didn't ask for money, just their support. Instead, they laughed. "You're delusional," his father said. "People like us don't get rich. We survive." That same night, after an explosive argument, Alex was kicked out. With just a backpack and $48 in his pocket, he took a bus to the city. He thought it would be hard. He had no idea how brutal it would be. He slept in laundromats, cleaned bathrooms for cash, and sometimes went 2 days without food. He applied for jobs, but no one would hire a skinny teenager with no address. Still, every night, he returned to the public library. It was warm, quiet, safe, and it had free internet. One afternoon, while charging his phone in the library, Alex stumbled upon a YouTube video titled, "You're one decision away from changing your life." That phrase hit him like a thunderbolt. From that moment on, he made a commitment. He would build something, anything, even if it took him a decade. He started learning how to code using free courses. He stayed up every night, practicing in the library, until closing time. He worked odd jobs during the day, handing out flyers, scrubbing kitchen floors, just to survive. And he used every spare moment to build digital tools, tiny projects, anything that could one day change his future. For 3 years, he failed. Every app he launched crashed. Every idea he pitched got rejected. Investors laughed. People told him to quit, but Alex didn't stop, because the pain of staying invisible was greater than the pain of trying and failing. On his 25th birthday, Alex launched a fintech platform aimed at helping immigrants send money home without high fees. He called it Bridge. It was simple, clean, and powerful, and this time it worked. The app got picked up by a small blog, then a bigger one. Within 3 months, it had 10,000 downloads. Within a year, it had 1 million. Venture capitalists began calling him. Suddenly, the guy no one believed in was being offered $5 million in funding. But Alex refused the first few offers. He had waited so long for this moment. He would only work with people who believed in his mission. Eventually, he partnered with an investor who had once grown up homeless himself. Together, they expanded Bridge to over 40 countries. In just 2 years, Bridge was valued at $180 million. And Alex? He bought his parents' house, but didn't move in. He had already built his own life, with no one's help. Alex was now a millionaire many times over. But money wasn't the real reward. The real reward was knowing he had done it without shortcuts, without privilege, without apologies. One evening, he gave a TED Talk titled, "Pain is the Price of Power." It went viral. In the audience that day was a man who looked familiar. It was his father. Tears filled his father's eyes. He didn't say much, just, "I was wrong. I'm proud of you." Alex didn't seek revenge. He offered him a seat in the front row of his life, but not the steering wheel. He also started a foundation to teach financial literacy to youth who had been abandoned by the system, just like he had been. Pain builds focus. Silence builds strength and rejection. It builds the ones who are meant to lead. This isn't just a story about success. It's a story about becoming the person you were always meant to be. So if this story moved you, remember, your pain can either destroy you or define you. You choose subscribe. Now for more stories like this, real, raw, and powerful, from pain to power.